today's video. Today I have a special guest with me.
Hello, I'm Kelsey. I'm her daughter.
Today we're at her house and we are going to make over the fireplace.
It needs a facelift. I like the brick, but I want to brighten up this room. This is in the basement, so it's a little dark. It needs a facelift.
Yeah, so she has so graciously, actually I think I volunteered.
I was like, I summoned her, but it was her idea.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do a little whitewash on this and show you guys how to do it, and then we're gonna do a whole mantle makeover, and so it's gonna be pretty awesome. So we thought we'd bring you along and show you how to do it.
I'm excited.
All right, so if you haven't already, please like this video and definitely subscribe. Click. All right, let's get going.
And hit that ring-a-ding-ding bell, as Dad would say.
As Dad would say. He'll be in this video in a little bit. Okay, I thought I'd give you a full look of the fireplace so you have a nice before. And as you can see here, it has a lot of gold on it, looking like the 90s. So we're gonna just get this all prettied up. And so to begin with, just tape off everything, because I'm gonna let you know right now, this whitewash method is rather messy. I normally do not have to tape, but for this project, I had to tape off. So you'll see here in a moment, we just get everything all taped up. Okay, the first step is we're gonna use some TSP. We're just gonna mix it like the directions say with warm water. And I use a nice scrub brush, and I just really focused on the area, especially down here low, where a lot of the fireplace soot can be, and I just scrubbed all that off. And then afterwards I went ahead and I just took a wet washcloth with water and just wiped the whole thing down just to give it a good rinse. And then after this step, you'll kind of allow it to dry before we move on to the painting. Okay, so to begin with, we're going to add 24 ounces of water, and we're going to pour it into a big bucket because we're going to do a 3-to-1 ratio, meaning we're going to use 8 ounces of white paint. And then after you mix those together, just really get that nice and stirred up, because it's going to seem super watery, but trust me, this is the consistency that you're going to want. Okay, so one of these chip brushes is the perfect brush to use for this. Here's just a little example of how I did it. So to begin with, I just kind of tested it out on the bottom, and I was just rubbing the paint on, making sure you're getting it in the grooves where all the mortar is. And then I just took a rag and I just wiped it back off. And here's where I had to start to judge like how dark I wanted the white to be. And this is going to be personal preference, like I say in the video, but it's just something you're just going to kind of have to play around with to see what you like doing. Okay, so I've kind of played around and got a feel for it. And so my best advice is to start at the top and work your way down, because this stuff is super runny because of, it's a 3-to-1 ratio, so we're using 3 parts water, so it's very runny. So definitely start at the top, because gravity is going to work against you here. And so that is my best advice. Don't start at the bottom and work your way up. It will be a nightmare. This is where we're at right now, and I can kind of tell I'm being a little heavy-handed on the amount of paint I'm wiping back off, which you'll see here in a little bit. I definitely end up wanting it to be a little bit more white, but here we'll finish it up and I'll show you the next step. Okay, so Kelsey had to leave. She had a class that she had to go to. I have whitewashed the entire thing, and I'm going to pause because I don't know if she wants it any darker than this, or I guess I should say lighter than this. So this is like, so the entire thing has been whitewashed, and I'm gonna leave it up to her. So remember, this is like, you know, personal preference of how, you know, much white you want on it. So I'm gonna pause, wait and see what she wants to do. If she wants me to do another coat of white over to make it even brighter, or if she's liking this look. So let's wait and see what she says.
Hello. Hi. I want to get Kelsey's opinion if she wants it darker, or lighter, I guess I should say.
That's what I said.
What?
That's what I said.
Oh. So, do you want another coat of white? Ooh, I don't know. I'm done, but I'm like, do we want it whiter, or do we, I don't know, it's your personal preference. Want another coat of white?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a hard choice. Do I like it this color? Do I want it whiter? Okay. Hi, am I being filmed? Oh! I didn't know that was on. Maybe a little?
Yeah?
I don't want to make you do another 2 hours of painting.
No, I'm kind of thinking one more white coat over it.
Yeah.
Just to really make it be different. But I wanted to get your preference.
I agree. Unfortunately, I don't want to make you do more work.
No,
Standard no.
that was so easy.
Looks good.
So
So much
easy.
better already.
Um,
We have Chicky.
Yay! Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do another coat because we think we want it a little bit whiter. So, back to it. Okay. Kelsey, I'm like, okay. I was gonna be like, okay, so we got it how we want it, but we're gonna wipe it off. But that really doesn't make sense, but whatever. No, come on in. Do you want to wipe some off or you want me to do it?
You do it. I'm gonna mess it up.
Okay. Do you want filming wiping some off? Yes. You want to take it off here? Sure.
Did you just learn something new about your tripod, Mom?
I did. I've only been doing YouTube a year and I didn't know.
She did not know on the tripod that these are a face plate that connect to the bottom. So she's been spinning her camera to go onto the tripod.
Old lady.
Oh man.
Okay.
Your autofocus is so fast. It's so beautiful.
I'm embarrassed.
I'm laughing. What else do you not know about this camera?
A lot.
What can I teach you?
Teach me something. A wise one. Oh boy.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay. Now we gotta decide how much we want to kind of take back off a little.
Wow.
Okay, so as you can see, we decided to just rub certain areas to where the brick stood out a little bit more because we felt like it was just almost too uniform, too white. You can save yourself a step and just don't cover it so thoroughly with the white paint. But for us, we went back through and just wiped little areas here and there so that the brick was just like peeking out just to give it a little bit more of a rustic feel.
Oh, Bean.
And he's so cute. Yes!
Hey, come over here and mark this, Kels.
Is it coming out that far? Is it gonna
Yeah, it's gonna be about this far.
Just drag it across the front of the bricks.
Do it one more time. Okay. Yeah. The ceiling's not as high as it appears in here, especially over there.
Okay, and then you're gonna do it on the side too.
Do you need a left and a right written on it?
That's why it's sitting over there. I can write it later.
Okay.
But right now, Kelsey's just marking. My work here is done.
Alright, while Jason heads to build the mantle, I am using the Rust-Oleum high heat to cover up this gold. We've got to get rid of this. And this is the most simple way. I decided to only paint over the gold and not the entire front of the fireplace because I just kind of want to leave it that rustic feel that it has, and it had a really nice good matte black on there already. So I will tell you that it was a little bit difficult to adhere to this, and so it took, I believe, 3 coats. And so just cover that all up, and then here in a little bit we'll go back and we'll get it all cleaned up. Want to hear the best part about this mantle Jason built? This is just fencing that we bought at Lowe's, and this entire mantle only cost us $12. Alright, so after mitering the edges, you may be wondering, what in the world are we doing right here? Jason is literally just beating up this mantle. We're trying to make it look like old barn wood, and so he's putting scratches and dents and cuts and all kinds of things in it. And oh my goodness, it ended up looking so good. At first, I was a little skeptical, but he actually pulled it off. Okay, so the next step after getting it all beat up is we decided to burn it. We're just going to do different areas where it's kind of darker and lighter, and he just kind of goes over the whole thing and just get a really nice color on it. Okay, so after the burning is complete, he is just taking vinegar and rubbing it all over this entire thing, and then we'll just leave it to sit, and then look how it gives it this nice kind of gray aged look. And then he's just running this little wire hand brush over it, kind of almost sands it down, roughs it up, and then I just sealed it at the end, and oh my goodness, you're gonna love how this turned out.
The moment of truth.
Dun dun dun.
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful!
Glove.
We're the same person.
I know! Look at it! I love it! Oh wow.
You like it?
Okay, so here's where I'm just getting the doors all cleaned up. I'm just taking a razor blade and going around and getting any paint off that's not supposed to be, and getting all the puppy love, Xander. And then after this part, I'll just take some glass cleaner and we'll just get all that just looking good.